Good evening, my dear sisters and brothers, and my humble pranams at the holy feet of Rev. Lalaji Maharaj, Rev. Babuji Maharaj, Rev. Chariji Maharaj, Rev. Daji Maharaj, and all elders of our mission. Today, today, I would like to read one of the divine messages of our beloved Babuji Maharaj. Before going to that, I would like to crack a joke and make you laugh. So, once 11 people, 11 persons were hanging on a rope. That rope is tied to the plane, which is going at random. Then the pilot comes out and he says, "My dear fellow beings, you are 11, but the capacity of this rope is only 10 people. One person should leave the rope. Otherwise, all the rope will be broken and all will fall on the ground and die. Die." That is the thing what he says, and he disappears. These 11 people, these 11 idiots, I can say, they begin to have a discussion. What to do? Somebody should leave the rope. Who will leave the rope? You, like that. They are going on, messing themselves up. Immediately in that 11, one girl is there. That girl, she told, "My dear friends, don't get into any controversy. Don't trouble yourself. I will leave this rope and I am prepared to fall down on the ground and die because I am unmarried. Whereas you 10 people, you have a family, a wife, children, and everything, so many responsibilities you have. Therefore, I don't want to put you in troubled waters, your entire family. Therefore, let me allow to leave this rope and fall on the ground. I think you will all agree for that." Like that, she is gone, inspiring them. They got inspired by her speech. Finally, she told, "I am leaving now." She didn't leave. Immediately, all the 10 idiots, they started clapping for her inspiring speech. What happened to them? Only the girl was holding the rope and all fall dead and died. So, this is the joke. And now, I want to get into the subject. That is the divine message as said by our Rev. Babuji Maharaj. Okay. You see, Babuji said, one minute. Babuji said, in our samstha, in our mission, the reality is infused into the abhyasi at the first stroke. So, no sooner any aspirant gets initiated and becomes an abhyasi in our mission than in the after initiation, he will be what is called the abhyasi will be infused by the master about reality, about realization, or about the goal, whatever you can say. That is the speciality of our salient feature of our mission. It serves as a seed for further growth, which under the watchful eye of the master. So the master, here Babuji Maharaj, the master, because he infuses that idea of reality at the first stroke, that is the first initiation of the abhyasi, because that is the seed he sows in the heart of the abhyasi. The master sows the seed of reality into the heart of an Abhyasi when he joins. And also he takes care of the Abhyasi. That is also there. So many Abhyasis, they say that master, for example, either God or master, nobody is taking care of me. Like that they think. But actually it is not so. The moment he becomes an Abhyasi, the aspirant, Babuji will take care of him till attaining his destination. So therefore, what happens here? So, under the watchful eye of a master, goes on developing, unaffected by the scorching heat of adverse circumstances, like scorching heat of the sun. So we cannot bear, say some 40, 42, 45 in Hyderabad, but if it goes beyond 45 degrees Celsius heat, we cannot tolerate it. So therefore, suppose we put into adverse circumstances and situations, even then, the Abhyasi will have spiritual progress by the grace of the master in our system, not in any other system, in our system. That is what Babuji Maharaj is telling. But it remains for you to keep on watering it by your constant remembrance. Babuji has given assurance that he will take care of our result, inference. Okay, but our responsibility we have to shed. What is our responsibility? He has sown a seed in your heart. And if you keep quiet, relax and forget it, completely become ignorant of that, then what will happen to that seed which is sown in your heart? It will be there as a seed. It will never sprout unless you pour the water of reality, water of transmission into your heart by the will of the great master. Then what will happen? That is what Babuji is telling. But it remains for you to keep on watering it by your constant remembrance, which is the only instrument to ensure speedy progress in spirituality. See, one thing I am telling you. Babuji came down all the way from the center. What for? Not for just displaying miracles and getting popular and then worshipped by all, and finally leaving the mortal frame and going back to that pavilion, brighter world. Not that. Babuji came here has a great purpose. That has to be realized. That is what I am telling from the beginning. That has to be realized. Why he came here all the while? That is for taking all the human beings, Abhyasi, non-Abhyasi, there is no difference. Nothing. He has incarnated, he has been incarnated here by the nature, is to take all the human beings to the ultimate, to their destination. So, for that purpose only, he descended from Bhuma. Nothing else. There is nothing else apart from that. Therefore, that we have to understand. That's why he is special personality, endowed with Mahakal Chakra, power, and everything. Otherwise, there is no, Lalaji has no work. Absolutely. He has no work. He will be giving spiritual progress to whoever comes to him as a disciple. He will be giving spiritual progress. And like that, he would be going. But since his master, Huzur Maharaj, he requested him, Lalaji Maharaj, to bring one special personality from the Bhuma itself. Rather, you bring Bhuma in the form of a special personality. And with great penance, 7 months, Lalaji Maharaj, he created vibrations in the center, Bhuma, and thus, and then the special personality was born on this earth. You see, it is not so easy to God Himself God Himself to incarnate Himself. Every avatar, incarnation, Rama, Krishna, everybody, they were also the rishis. They have did penance. Only then they are born in this world. Since God has no mind, so He cannot take any direct action on the human beings. No, we are all suffering, facing misery, or success, happiness, or pleasure, or anything else, pain, or despondency, discussion, or some disappointment. So many things we are facing in this world. So much of conflict is there in this world, contradiction, conflict, so much of unrest, fear, psycho, that is phobias. So many things are there in this world which we ought to face. There is no other way. Otherwise, we have to die. Go on. So long we are alive in this world, we have to face the reverses. We have to swim across the ocean of misery. Who will take our problems? No, nobody. God is not at all connected to all these things, my dear brothers and sisters. This is a secret of nature. What I have learned. God is nothing to do with our miseries, troubles, sufferings, sorrows, diseases, even death. He is not at all. He is not at all. Since He has no mind, God has no mind and senses. That's all. If God has mind, then okay. God might have kept all human beings and made this up as a paradise. We would be enjoying like anything. Unfortunately, God doesn't have mind or senses or attributes, qualities. That's why we are all suffering here. We have made our destiny from the sins. Ever since we started our journey from the absolute, we started collecting all grossness, all sorts of wretched things we have accumulated in ourselves, and now we are reaping the fruit of that, bitter fruit of that, better and bitter, of course. So how can we throw the blame on either on the master or on God? Where is master? Where is God? God is in the master. Master is the embodiment of God. Then where is the God? God is in our hearts. Please, this is I am telling, I don't know any number of times I would have told. God is in our heart. God is nowhere. Ultimately, you become God Himself. This Jivatma, it will merge in the Paramatma and you will lose yourself and you will merge in the God. That is Laya Avastha, or in the Master. And you become one with the Master. And afterwards, there is no self, no ego. We are all, the show is going on. Beautiful show in this world because of our egos. Ego is ruling the roost. It is creating different types of colorful types of desires and then making us to fall a prey in the net of desires. So one thing I am telling, please remember, should be remembered certain things. That is the mentality of the human beings, the psychology of the human beings at present seems to be very, very funny. That is, the human being, he thinks that this world is reality and God is illusion. That spiritual world or the ultimate condition. So this world is real. That is, the world is reality, and the ultimate is illusion. How the mind works in a reverse way, a crooked way. Okay, we have made ourselves, our mind, like that. Therefore, we have to suffer. We are in the reality and we have to answer. We have to carry the responsibility of all our misdeeds. And we have to go on searching happiness, which is which is not permanent. Therefore, that is the problem with human beings, because they have completely forgotten their original existence. They have forgotten God, who is in us, in Him, in them. They have forgotten. Now they believe. They have the complete faith that this world is real. It is reality. So then we have to face whatever we get from this world. So hence we have to get rid from this world of from this physical world, grass world. So we have to get over. Therefore, what is here? Babuji is telling that. So developing unaffected by the scorching heat of adverse circumstances. So we are facing the adverse circumstances because of our own making. No God, no master is giving. Please don't blame. Some people I have seen blaming even Babuji Maharaj in those days. Because of Babuji Maharaj, I am not regular in my meditation. I am unable to do the cleaning. And I am unable to think, practice constant remembrance, spiritual progress. And what is there? Is there God? I am not able to perceive God. So many months and years have passed. These are all what is this? Is our own stupid, ignorant mind. Because of our ignorance, we talk like that. But one thing you must remember, either directly or indirectly, we are surviving in this world now. Mostly the senior citizens, I'm telling that because of the grace of the master. Otherwise, we would have been nowhere. Nowhere. Like Dr. Vardachari told once, looking at us after sunset. He told, but for the master, Babuji Maharaj, you are here in spirituality. Otherwise, you would have been in the dustbin. So those are all a divine declaration. You cannot deny the existence of God, please. Or whatever Babuji, whatever the master says. You cannot deny that, and you cannot go in your own way of imagination, and you cannot enjoy the life like that. That will not work. Your thinking, your concept, your what is called your way of your tendencies, everything you have to come at the feet of the master, holy feet of the master. Everything in you will make you to go at the feet of the master. So therefore, but it remains for you to keep on watering it by your constant remembrance. Constant remembrance is main thing which we have to practice. Only then we will slowly get rid from this grassness, this grass world. Only then we will begin to feel the illusion of this world rather. We will think, begin to think. When we think beyond the world, then we will come to know this is only world, transitory world. This is not reality, ultimate reality. So that is the thing. Then, but okay. So which is the only instrument to ensure speedy progress in your progress in spirituality. So any adverse circumstances, you have to go on facing. Master is there. He will be supporting the Abhyasi. The Abhyasi, his duty is to only do sadhana. That's all. Nothing more than that. Leave everything at the holy feet of the Master. Your realization, your God, your goal, your center, your absolute, whatever may be, you leave it at the holy feet of, even spirituality, you leave at the holy feet of the Master. Only you have to do your job. Rest, he will do it. That faith we have to develop. Okay. So then, we must go on with the speedy steps. So time, one thing, please, one thing I would like to tell. Time is a very precious thing. Everybody, they applaud the value of time. But the thing is, in our system, there is meditation is there, cleaning is there, the practice is there. So every day, we should be very careful. We should, that's why we should fix a time and start our meditation. Maybe early morning or in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening or night. But we have to allot, we have to do meditation at some fixed point, fixed time. Suppose we skip from meditation. Suppose you want to meditate 6 to 7. Generally, I meditate 7 to 8. Earlier, when I was a young man, I used to get up in the morning before 4 o'clock, take a head bath, and do perform meditation. But as age, now I am a senior citizen, so I am doing meditation. I'll get up slowly 7 o'clock, 7:30 if we sit, 8:30 I will finish 1 hour. After that, goes on with my constant movements and other thing. In the evening, like that, I say 5 o'clock I will sit, 5:30 I will finish my cleaning process. In the night before going to the bed, I will repeat the prayer, pray the Master for the progress of all humanity, not only all brothers and sisters. Take them all to ultimate condition, like that I will. So this time I have observed this time. Suppose I am doing 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, for example. Suppose 5 minutes, if I skip, then the time will go away. Immediately when I turn back, 8 o'clock will come. So therefore, you must be very, very careful with the time. Time is the cunning thief of human life, I can say. It is a cunning thief. You just close your eyes, finished. The entire life will go away. So we must be very careful with the time. We must not leave the time. We should hold. And we should always realize the time, the value of time, what I can say. So we should not. Time and tide wait for none. Okay, that is a proverb. So therefore, we have to go with the time. We should hold the time every day. So that will become a habit. Later on, we don't need to force ourselves. But we will start doing meditation, cleaning and everything, constant remembrance or everything. First in the mechanical process, and then it will become habit. When it's become habit, then we will feel remorseful. We will not feel any burden of sadhana. So we have to be very careful with the time. That is most important thing. So we must go on with the speedy step. Okay, steps. Not resting even for a moment till we have attained the goal. That is what. Arise, awake, let not stop till the goal is reached. So why the great people, they tell like that? Because they had the experience with the time. Time is the most fastest moving particle, even particle than light also. Even our thought also, it is more faster. So therefore, we must not even a second. Babuji Maharaj said, don't leave even a second. A second if you leave, that will cost you a lifetime. Therefore, we have to be Chudaturanam, means in the sense, Vidyaturanam nasukam nanidra. That is the thing. A man who is thirst after education, knowledge, he will neither have time, neither have interest in taking food, nor interest in going to the bed, sleeping. So, like that, we have to change ourselves. No need to come some preceptor or some the master or somebody else seniors, and then they have to impetuous, they have to go on giving training to us, and what is called prompting us. All these things are nonsense. That will not work. We have to take our own decision. It is we have come alone and we are going alone. That's all. Only the guide, the master, he will guide you. That has to be required. But we cannot sit on his shoulders and say, Master, please leave me at the destination. What he can do, he will say, I cannot carry all the humanity on my shoulders. Therefore, you have to shed your responsibilities. And when we have got the right path, we must stick to it firmly and not be away from it at any cost. So, fortunately, we came to the mission, method, and master. So, what is that we have to do? Practice only. We don't need about anything else. No master, mission, method. So, we have selected everything. Next, what is our work? We have to practice sadhana regularly, sincerely, honestly, and what is called devotedly. So, all sorts of grosser means and mechanical practices to be given. Some are the beginners, they will have rituals, religious faith. So many things will come, be there in their minds, haunting like the devils. That will be those thoughts, those superstitions will be there. That will go away. Not only superstition, some people will take the flesh and blood. Some people will be taking drinking. So many sapta vasanas, so many addictions are there. Even lady means sister abhyasis also, ladies also. They will be, if they are beautiful, they will give priority to their beauty and not divinity. They will be go on worshipping beauty, forgetting about divinity. That should not be there. Beauty is there. Okay, that is God given gift. But that should not be our goal of life, to be beautiful throughout our life. So we have to fix up our goal. And the timings should be very, very timings. The time should be, we should have eagle eye on the time. So therefore, that's why Babuji is telling. And we have to leave all those mechanical means. It will be, every abhyasi will leave it. Naturally, it will be dropped, all those superstitions, while doing the practice. When we find ourselves growing lighter and lighter, day by day, we must conclude that. So, lighter and lighter. You see, Babuji Maharaj is naturally solving our problems, questions, doubts, not by miracles, displaying some miracles and then proving himself as the greatest man. Nothing, in simple answers. One person asked Babuji Maharaj on Abhyasi, how to find out that I am progressing? I am doing for a long period, but I don't know how I am progressing spiritually. The simple thing Babuji said, if you feel lighter and lighter day by day, then you are progressing. Spiritually, you are progressing. That is the sign of progress. You should feel lighter and lighter. The thing is, how the lighter and lighter can be, that is that the what is called proof of progress? Yes. When the samskaras, a lot of samskaras, what we are carrying since time immemorial, that samskaras, when Babuji is removing with the power of transmission, that load of samskaras, then we feel lighter. Lighter and lighter. When finally all the samskars are thrown out from our system by the power of transmission from Babuji Maharaj, by the power of Pranahuti, then we will not have any load. So therefore we will feel always light, subtle, divine, everything will start feeling swimming in the infinite ocean of bliss or merging in the master, forgetting our own selves. That is our real state of being when the creation was affected. Unfortunately, fit of the fate, we are now here in this dungeon or in this gutter, swimming like a worm. That is our own making. Okay, that is our own making. But who will take back to that origin? Who can take us? That is also a problem, isn't it? That is the thing what Babuji, the progress, the sign of progress is in the Abhyasi, he should feel lighter and lighter day by day. We must conclude that we are proceeding right towards that which is the lightest and subtlest. So, you understand? Because of a load of samskaras, unfortunately, we have gathered samskaras while coming from the ultimate. While separating our Jivatma from the Paramatma, we started low, accumulating grassness after grassness and solidity after solidity. We have become worse than a stone in this world and suffering like the fishes in the net. So therefore, Babuji Maharaj is telling, we have, unless we practice regularly, it will be difficult. Every day, 1 hour, half an hour, what is this 1 hour meditation? It is not possible. Of course, the youngster may, if he practices, it's possible. For the middle age or for the this senior citizens, it is very difficult. Even though they have 24 hours, 1 hour they cannot meditate. They will engage in so many other things. But to engage in the puja for an hour, it is a very difficult task. Let alone attaining the spirit, that is different. That is very difficult thing. Unless because of Babuji Maharaj, we are all confident that one day or other, by doing practice constantly and depending upon the great master, and we will be released from this bondage of life and death, the cycle of terrible round of birth and death. But that is one of the, even then we have to do our practice. So we cannot throw that practice also, that responsibility is also on the master and keep quite relaxed. That is laziness. Again, we have to take life. Please, this thing don't forget. Next life rebirth is there for even abhyasis, even preceptors. Everybody has the rebirth. That rebirth. For that only we have to. That's why I feel myself always I want to be at the holy feet of Babuji Maharaj. As a dust particle under his holy feet, that I pray. Master, please give me at his place. Because I will not have place. If he goes away, if I leave this body, I don't know. We don't know what happens next life. That will be fixed by the, what is called, this one, Karma Siddhanta. Karma Siddhanta is very, Prarabdha Samskara will come out of, that will be decided by the Karma Siddhanta. The nature has its own law. And what will be, we don't know. Now we are comfortable, we are happy. But next life, we don't know. So we have to be careful. Life, the candle. Candle is there means we have to set right everything when the candle is lighting. Light in the candle. Afterwards, the light goes. What will happen next? What will happen next we cannot see. Therefore, let us put our efforts, all our efforts, this life, till last breath. Let us work, labor constantly, and let us try to mold our bad qualities. We have to mold. We have to try, struggle, and keep on. We have to change our means this wicked, this tendencies, wrong tendencies. We have to change slowly. And of course, the grace of the Master is everywhere. He will be helping. He has told that he will help if you cooperate. So that is what here he has told. I hope everyone would understand and following also. I am very happy to be the divine company with all my brothers and sisters. And a day will come that the great master will take all of us to our destination, and we will be free, ever free from this world of bondage, suffering, birth, death. This is a very horrible thing. Therefore, let us be at the holy feet of Rev.Babuji Maharaj and pray Babuji Maharaj to take our souls and live at the center, or to take us all to him and make us all merge in him into. That's all. Thank you very much. I have taken a little more time. Thank you for that. Have a nice day. Let us meet again, once again, and I shall read one of the another divine message from Babuji Maharaj. Thank you all. Om Shanti.